ahead for a second, we can maybe backtrack and get there, right? But to connect the dots of why we're having this conversation in Bisq and the Bisq D.A.O, or decentralized autonomous organization, what we're seeing now is for the first time, I think, the ability to directly monetize open source efforts. And this is not like generally applicable stuff at all yet. There are no best practices. Nobody really knows what they're doing or how to do this. There's just a handful of attempts out there. But with the advent of cryptocurrency, basically, with the advent of Bitcoin, we now have something that we never had before as open source developers and teams of open source developers working together. We have the ability to incentivize each other to work together at a distance with very little trust, right? Certainly without the need to establish a company, to incorporate, to have all manner of bureaucracy and paperwork and so on. If what you're working on somehow has an incentive model, and we can talk about how Bisq does this, right? Bisq is a decentralized exchange and people pay trading fees, right? So real users use this network, use this software, and they pay money to do it because it's valuable. They pay that money in Bitcoin. Well, all of a sudden, it's now possible, at least in principle, to route that money that they're paying to the people who are building that network, who are building that software, who are building Bisq. And that's exactly what we're up to. And it just hasn't been possible before. That money always would have had to previously end up in a bank account somewhere, be held in custody by somebody who has signing rights to that bank account, be distributed or disbursed in some sort of employment arrangement or contracting arrangement that interacts with a whole bunch of existing legal structures that create massive barriers, especially across borders, right? Now, for the first time, we have the ability to, with much greater ease, much less friction, collaborate, work together, and incentivize each other to work together.
That's a really great answer. I think, Fernando and I are both interested in these really sort of big picture